Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker, Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal. He has a lovely first touch. And at the same time, he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines. And it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game. The complete package.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in.
Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Backward it goes. Nice sequence of passes, this. Koundé.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life.
Chouameni. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Szoboszlai. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chips it through.
Oh, that's well spotted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
And that has left him in a heap. Szoboszlai.
This is promising.
And the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
And we have our very first corner. Messi is there to clear. That's a sharp pass. Hernandez
Tries to clear.
and it's Valverde.
Closing in on goal.
Valverde!
Koundé attempts a clearance.
Oh, shooting chance!
Now that is commitment to the cause.
Corner number 2 then.
And he's there to get it away.
Tries to pass it through.
In with the challenge.
Tacho.
Gets good distance on it.
Saliba. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Chouameni. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Porto have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Chance here to counter. Dink through.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's found support out wide. Tacho, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Reinders. Played out towards the right wing. Benacer picks it up out wide, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And that was very necessary. Heracles applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because It has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Chouameni. Here's Sunset. Sunset
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
pass just lacking in accuracy. He's a sharp little ball here. He is through here. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Porto couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Can he get it through? And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
We expected better, and so did he. Nicely shaped ball.
Well read.
And the danger is averted. Eder Militao calmly anticipates. Szoboszlai. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 7. Número 21. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 18. Número 10.
So off we go once more.
Porto have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Reinders does really well to win the ball there. Koundé.
That'll be a throw-in.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now it's Reinders. Nicely weighted ball. Messi gets into some space. Porto different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
That has been cut short. Benacer, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got plenty of space out wide here, and he's certainly onside here. He's found a way through. It's a good run down the right.
Quality ball. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Alvarez. Driving through the middle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Heracles are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Looking to play him in. Oh, it's Dembele. And he's heaved it away. And they're back on the ball again. Heracles do have a chance to counter here. Burn promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's there to get it away. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to play it through, and he's intervened well there. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Chouameni, and it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. Oh, important interception. Porto perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. That's beautifully weighted. He has found the way through. He's in a great position here. And he's there to clear it. Now then, the ball's come loose. Can he finish? And he gets rid in a hurry. Benacer gets rid without sophistication. Ah, he's given it away. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Well, that could spell trouble. Shot, surely! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. Cross flung, chance for a shot! Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball, Foden. And the finish! It's in! And that could well be the winner!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the...
Could be danger here! Oh, can he get onto this? Tacho cuts out the pass. Chouameni. Musiala.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, that's a key interception. Vardiol gets over and intercepts. Now it's Haaland. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he shoots! He has done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is...
And there goes the final whistle.
A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.
Williams taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
We have already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, terrible pass.
Tacho gets across to intercept that. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's En-Nesyri. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go?
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Messi.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Chouameni, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. It's just beyond his reach. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Matheus Cunha. That's an imaginative pass. And the pass is intercepted. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Benacer. Look at the space here. Goes for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. Reinders. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Dembele. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's managed to get rid. So it is still 0-0. Bobs him off it and wins back the ball. He's... And Sonny!
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
And it's Bellingham. Oh, well played. En-Nesyri. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Nicely worked. He's in space and looking for options.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's through, now is he in?
Sane has it out wide and in space. And he gets rid in a hurry. Benacer.
And now the breakaway.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Koundé. Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Benacer. Chouameni.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0.
Koundé.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Now it's Benacer. Messi. Caught offside that time. Chouameni.
Looking to play him in. Thinks about the shot.
Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's managed to get free.
Aims beyond the defence.
Tacho cuts out the pass. Tacho is there to clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Osimhen looks to get on the end of this.
Now it's Benacer. Oh, that was vital. And the first 45 minutes are up.
So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 22. Número 26. Número 21.
Here we go again.
Número 11.
Porto are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time.
Williams! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
And it's Musiala. Dembele.
Porto come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Williams.
Now it's Szoboszlai.
And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And he's taking no chances there.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Reinders.
Benacer.
Can he get on the end of this?
Now it's Haaland.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that.
There's the shot! It's loose now, and they want it in for the pieces!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Messi.
Musiala.
Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
Nicely weighted ball.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He's got away. It's out for a goal kick.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
E vai entrar com o número 18. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
And smartly reclaimed. Musiala.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
And it's Szoboszlai. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Szoboszlai. He has found the way through.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that has been cleared. Musiala. And he has been fouled there.
Szoboszlai is behind this one.
He could tee it up for someone else.
Szoboszlai! Oh, he's hit the bar! That was travelling.
Oh, and the keeper didn't have that coverage, you know. He can start breathing again now, I think.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Hernandez.
Looking for the run. He's being urged to shoot.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Foden. And they've got rid.
Mbappe. Musiala going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Deftly away.
Pinches it off him.
And he can clear it away. Quality ball.
Now it's Haaland. Musiala. Now it's Haaland. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's going to go a long way. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Decent chance!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Solanke gets a foot in here. Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. Szoboszlai. Now it's Mbappe.
That was lovely, that.
He's found the way through. He's having a shot! Defending of the desperate variety. Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker, I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
And we have our very first corner.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner.
Heracles have their second corner now. Konate clears. That is good strength.
And it's Thiago. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. It's a quick one.
Reinders. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
De Ligt has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Oh, that's clever. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Upamecano has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Porto!
The breakthrough strike!
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Heracles are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Spread it left. Threads one in. And he's picked it up out wide. That has been knocked clear. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He has found the way through. He's on it. Can he get away?
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Now this could be a chance. Olise. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's heaved it away, and he's gone looking for safety. Mbappe aimed beyond the defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's had it taken off him. Olise. And it's Tchouaméni. Tries to pass it through. Dembele. Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. And now they can spring out of defence. Vardiol. Now, can they get him away? Sané. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Dembele. Danger averted for now. Nice interception, well timed. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And the finish! And he's there to get it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh no, what has happened here? And this is Sané, shoots! Oh, that's incredible! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Porto are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Sané. He's being urged to shoot. Shapes to shoot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Donnarumma gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Heracles have the chance to go the other way. Olise.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de
Tchouaméni. Referee's given a throw. Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Dembele. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Mosquera cuts it out. There's the whistle for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Porto really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. So I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Porto go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. And here's Osimhen. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mbappe! They're urging him to shoot. Reinders. That's very neat. Osimhen. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Ødegaard. Now it's Dembele. Ødegaard looking to play him in. And he's in on goal. He has a look up. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's got away, plays it in low. He can get that clear. Konate. And here's Sané. Showing good feet. Olise. There's the delivery. Heracles appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 14.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Número 17. Número 19. Número 9.
60 minutes played.
Número 6.
And here's Haaland. And that interception was most... Haaland!
Número 20.
Split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Great vision. That has not gone well. Vardiol. De Ligt. Oh, terrible mistake. Ødegaard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vardiol. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Ødegaard. Knocks it into space. Solanke chasing after it.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Musiala. Saka. Real chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Koundé getting this one clear. Bellingham. So what can they make of this? No, again there's no way through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Mbappe. Odegaard. Well read, and the danger is averted. That's going to go a long way. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Porto can consider themselves just about safe now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Messi. Musiala.
That was lovely, that.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Odegaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now, who's going to be first to this? So that's it. It is all over. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Porto definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Leroy Sané. He's one of the most fleet-footed players around, Peter, and a massive threat with the ball at his feet. He knows where the goal is too, and his finishing is both precise and very effective. He's going to add a real dynamism to this forward line, either looking for the through ball on the counter or taking on his man and going on his own.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Now he's got space here. Osimhen! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Reinders. Now it's Alvarez. Olise. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, it's Dembele. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Look at the space here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance here to counter. Tchouaméni. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, good spread. Now it's Osimhen. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, a delicate chip through. Now it's Dembele. Dembele, who's on a run down the left wing. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi.
Porto really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And here's Alvarez. Great vision. Alvarez. Tchouaméni. Now Odegaard. Can he spark a counter here? Vardiol. For Olise. And here's Osimhen. And this is Dembele. Odegaard. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance!
Porto have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And here's Dembele. Odegaard. And the shot! Goal! Porto! And Porto go in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Porto are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He can get that clear. Cross in. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Osimhen. Tries a shot! Croatia with the corner. They're first. And it's hoisted clear. Porto have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. And that's an excellent interception. Cleared without complication. Out to the right. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lovely feet. Pass somewhat off target.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Dembele. Knocks it into space. Now this could be a chance. And that's been drilled in. Osimhen! And for a moment, time stood still. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Porto leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Porto really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And this is Sané. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Messi. Now it's Alvarez. Koundé. And it's Reinders. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? That's just playing it safe and simple.
Croatia have their second corner now. Big chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
And here's Osimhen. Tries to pass it through. Osimhen. Courtois claims comfortably. And that has put paid to that. And this is Dembele. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Osimhen. He has found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though. It's Dembele!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
60 minutes played. And here's Dembele. Osimhen. Osimhen gets flagged offside.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 15.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 20. Número 22. Número 17. Vão dar os seus lugares a...
Now it's Vinicius
Número 18.
Junior. Genuine
Número 11.
physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Número 21. Número 7.
Oh, there's the clearance.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Chouameni
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
threads one in. Shapes to shoot! And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That's a little off target. And it's Musiala. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! They've done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And very quickly. There's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Thiago. And here's Vinicius Junior. Good ball, good take. Real chance! Too close for comfort. Now it's Solanke. Chouameni. Haaland is herring after that one. It looks a good ball through. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. De Jong, decent chance! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Oh, it's a great ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Croatia have reclaimed it. And it's been played through, and he's running through. That is great defending, so alert. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Engages and forces him off the ball. So what can they make of this? Neatly clipped into space. Piontek. Shot could be on. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Saka. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Solanke looking to run onto it. He is just caressing the ball. That's travelling a long way. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's that. Porto are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Porto definitely impressing me here, especially...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, we're underway.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Osimhen. There's no flag! Oh, that's fabulous! Real chance!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
He's a sharp little ball here.